damaged now. I made it myself. As you know, katav la sefer kritut. Some say the get needs sirtut. What sirtut is? You know, all the kitvei kodesh, we write with the sirtut. Besides tefillin. Tefillin doesn't need to make a sirtut because they are mechusim, they are covered. Only first shita we do, and today minhag, even tefillin we do all the lines. Sirtut, it means the lines. How do we do the lines? It's very interesting that in all holy texts that we have, Torah, Megillot, Tanakh, Mizuzot, Tefillin, we put inside, from top of the cloth, we just push the cloth down with some like rounded tip, sharp item, and we just put it inside, and it becomes like a dip inside of the cloth. You could do it even with your nail. You just take it like this, with a nail. Now, if you look like this, you would see the line. I did it just with a nail. Now, however, for the get, we use opposite side of it. It should be beveled out. Yes. Because that's how they want it. They want it should be opposite side, because some say it's a chak yerichot, maybe it's chak yerichot. It should not be a problem with that. So now, how do we do it faster? Sometimes, so we created such a thing that's called mesartet. It's already ready. You just put it on top, and you go with the line. Now I'll do it from here, because now we do 2 lines for edim. You see they short, and we go like this. You see the lines up here? Yeah. You see that? You hold it tight and lines straight. I forgot. So it's not bedin, right? So that's why I forgot. Before you start lining up the sofer, we machmirim to do everything from the beginning, from the scratch. Lishmo v'lishma ulshem gerushin. The names of the Baal and Isha, the woman and the man, written in front of us. So what do? We say, Shimu elayatem eidim. Sofer has to say to who? To the witnesses, because they have to hear. He appointed the Baal, the husband, appointed the Sofer. Sofer says, now you 2 witnesses, listen how I'm going to do shlichut, the messengerman of the Baal, of the husband. Shimu elayatem eidim. Kol hatikunim shani oseh beget zeh. Any tikkunim that I do in this get, tikkunim, it means any things that needs to be fixed in this get. Hareini oseh leshem balam garesh ploni almoni. He says lishma, lishmo, velishma, veleshem gerushin. Says names, everything. Okay, and he starts. He does sirtut. Bekitzer, how many sirtut we do? 12 plus 2. 2 in the end, as you see here. I don't know. You could zoom in and you see. 2 in the end, they short, they are for edim. Now, there is a halachot, what's kosher? Can you just write on a, we said you could write on anything, right? But you should know the law. Halacha says, if after writing, you have to cut it off from something what it connects to, it's pasul, get pasul. An example, if he took a piece of wood, big wood, connected to the ground, it's a tree, and he engraved the get, everything. He did nice letters, everything good. Then he cuts it off and gives it to his wife. Is it kosher or not? No. It's pasul. Why? It says vekatav venatan. He wrote it and gave it. Gemara says shelo yeh mechusar. Right. That's what I'm going to say now. Shelo yeh mechusar nitina. Ela nitina. It should not be missing, only giving after writing. You cannot fix it. Let's say you have this notepads, You write the get on a notepad, and then you rip it out, and it says, here's a get, pasul. Why? Because after you wrote the get, you didn't give it to her. You ripped it first, and then they gave it. So that's pasul. That makes it get pasul.
What if you give the whole pad?
Huh?
What if you give the whole pad?
In this case, it's kosher.
If you rip it first, and then if you rip
it first and fixed already, yeah, it's good. But let's say I don't like, after writing the get, I don't like the form. I would like to make it, designs. It's pasul. Not good. Nah, you're fixing it afterwards. It's not good. So we don't do it. So what we do? he says Lishmo Lishma L'Shem Gerushin. Now, we, as I told you, we write with the ink. I'm not going to open the ink now, but I'll show you. That's a feathers. That's a most accepted today thing. That's called feather. We use regularly of the goose, the white goose feathers, and they specially cut, okay, in order to hold the ink inside and to go. I'll show you a couple of letters maybe. How do I write? So you would see. Now, the minhag is to write today, according to halacha, any ktav is kosher. Can you try to open it? I don't know what happened. According to halacha, any ktav is kosher. Any ktav is kosher. Meaning, what's any ktav? Any handwriting is kosher. Any language is kosher. Any language. Put it on the water. Hot water. On the water, yeah, on the hot water for 2 minutes and it's going to open. Oh, you know what? Give it to me.
Watch out, it's going to spill.
Give it to me. Okay, now. Any language could be written as long from that language you will understand that she did. Hashem varech otka. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Tizkor mitzvot. Okay, this is the ink. Okay, any language could be written on his own language. In Russian, in English, in Hebrew, everything's kosher. Today, la'alacha, we need, Maran says, minhag, that we write language, write a get in Aramaic language, because that's a language back then was most accepted and most understandable to people. And since Talmud, we didn't change it. Even today, we understand more English than Aramaic. Since then, we didn't change. We have no right to change. And we write it in Aramaic language, and we write it by script, not by script, with the letters of Ashurit. What's Ashurit? You know what Ashurit is? Ashurit, it's a Sefer Torah letters. Now, how do we write it? We take it. Now, the halacha is Sofer has to be Gadol, meaning not minor, not 13 years old, right? He has to be a big man, more than 30 years old, and he has to know halachot of lishma. He has to say, Hareni kotev get ze l'shem balam garesh ploni almoni v'lashem ishto plonit almonit v'lashem gerushin. And he starts to write. What first line starts? First line starts to tell you a protocol when it happened. Chachamim accepted a rule, a law. Here, you have to write zman get. You have to write when it happened. Right. So, time, not the time, actual time, the date. You have to write. How do we write the date? Let's say today is what?
Sunday, Monday.
You're mistaken, right. Today, the Yom Olech Achar Halayla. Halacha says the day goes after the night. How do you know that? Vahi Erev, Vahi Boker. The day starts from the Erev. Day starts from the night. So today already night. So day passed, Sunday passed, now is Monday. How do we write it? We write Besheni, Beshabat. Now, at night, Lachatchila, we do not write a get at night. Some hold, since it's needed Maaseh Bedin, so Bedin, and Yoshim Balayla, Bedin doesn't sit at night. Why? Where do we learn that?
From the moon. Right?
From the Korach we learned.
Oh, cool.
So Korach came to Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu says, now at Shikrud we don't sit in Bedin. Go, come tomorrow morning to me. Tomorrow morning we're going to talk to you. So now Bedin you want. Bedin at night we don't sit. But some say, since in our generation, most found adultery, and it's mamash, sometimes Shadat Chak, we write at night and we give at night a get to save people from the sin. You understand? Because of adultery. That's what Allah. Yes.
What if it takes us 2 days to write it? Like we start during the day and it turns night.
That's not good. You have to be ktivato v'chatimato b'yom echad v'nitenato b'yom echad. If a husband gives, but let's say they wrote it, they signed it, but Baal could not give on time or that day till Shkia could not give it. So then what Maran says, he will do shaliach. According to halacha, shaliach could give a get whenever it is. So according to halacha, he could make a shaliach not to make sofer to write second get. You know, it's very hard. It takes 1 hour sometimes. So he does shaliach. He says, there, you take a get to her. Okay? So he says, lishmo, lishma, u'lishem, u'lishem. Did we miss anything before writing? No. So he starts to write. Let's say we write b'shini b'shabbat, and that's how you would write. So bet. Right? Oh, I didn't tell you on the side. On the sides of the get, that's why I started not, you see, because I'm used to it. On the sides of the get, we also make with a ruler, like this, we rule it like a margin. We put a margin on the side, straight margin we do. Why? The get should not come out from the, where it start the same way and finish the same way. You understand? It should be straight, barur, beautiful, and nice, so even a small child. And you write B'Sheni B'Shabbat, so I'll not write the whole get today for you to see. And Edim, they see that, because he said Lishmo Lishma L'Shem Gerushin. Why? And Edim have to put a sign for themselves, not telling to anyone, which get it is. They don't have to stand all entire get on the sofer like this, but they could see in the beginning how he wrote. They make a sign, that's a get, that in the end, when they're going to come to sign, they will see it's the same get that they started in front of them. Because they might come and suddenly they see, wait a second, it's not the same get. What? You started the second get, you made a mistake in one, and you started the second not in front of us? We didn't see the second get, so get cannot be signed. It has to be in front of Edim. So he writes B'Sheni B'Shabbat, and he continues. Now we'll go what's called Tofes and what's called Toref Haget. Remember the rule. Toref Haget, Taf, not Toref Betet, Taf, Vav, Reish, Pei, Sofit. Toref, it means a main essence of get. If someone didn't do the Toref Haget proper way, get Batel, get is not valid at all, and with this get you're not allowed to divorce the woman. Okay, now, what's a Tofes Haget? Tofes, it's something that needed for the get, but Chachamim added to clarify issues of the get. Do you understand? For example, what's a Toref Haget? Toref Haget, his name, her name, and the words Zegitech, this is your get, Vahre at muteret lechol adam, and you are permitted to any person. That's what called Toref Haget, most important part of the get. What's a Tofes Haget? It's a date of the get. It's a place where get was given. It's clarifying issues. Name of a father, name of his father. You understand? Minhag is to write only father's name in the get. No offense to women, we write only father's name, because lemishpechotam, lebet avotam, it says. We follow according to the father's name, because that's what family goes according to, right? Yeah. Okay, now, so in the get also, yeah, you want to say something? No. In the get, when we write, we makpid. According to halacha, it's not posel, but we makpid to write all the names within 6 lines first, within 6 first lines. That's why when you come to the Bet Din and you pick up the get and you see that the sofer wrote over 6 lines the names, is not sofer mumche, because sofer mumche would feed all the names to put it in proper writing within 6 lines. And then we continue to write. There are certain words that in a get, Chachamim changed a structure of the word, or changed the size of the letter in the word, or changed the letter itself in the word to make a grammar, different grammar with the word, that the get should not be from the get, you should not understand something else. An example. We have a huge, big letters of Uchdu, Ptarit, Shvakit, Utruchit. Now, Ptarit, Lashon Piturin. It means, I've set you free. Shvakit, I send you away. Utruchit, I divorce you. Why do we use those 3 languages? Because those 3 languages translated in the Sefer Kritut. 3 languages. Back and forth, 3 times we use it in a get. Teruchit, there's a vav. If you say trichit, it means it's a big tircha for me. Burden. A big burden on me. So it should not be like a burden. What they did, they made the vav in the word teruchin a big. I'll write the word teruchin, teruchit. Right? And that's how we do big vav. Right? We do it longer and bigger a little bit. No, it's not like a...
It's a long side.
You see, we do it a little bit longer, that it's truchit, it's not trichit. You understand? Now, also, ushvak truchit, and then also we change the limhach. Limhach, it should not be like limchach, like chayich. So word chiyuch, it means smile, laugh. I have a fun of you. I make a fun of you. Like I make fun. So what we do, Chachamim, they took and made the letter Hey, lim, hach. They made the letter Hey bigger in the size in order to show it's not a chet. You understand? To make it far away from the head, right? You understand? Now, also, they lihit nasva. Really, according to grammar, you should write leit nasva. Why it says lehit nasva? Because if you write leit nasva with aleph, look at this, what's going to happen. I'm writing faster, so we don't have so much time. What you could read in this case, lo tenasva, you should not get married to anyone. Do you understand what he could say? So what Chachamim did, Chachamim went and changed this letter. Can I fix it this now? Look at this how I fix it. By the way, you will learn how to fix by writing the get, because in the get you don't have to have all the letters the same. You could do big letters in the get. It's not posel. So if, let's say, somebody wrote such a thing. So how do you fix it? Look at this. How do I do from aleph? Hey, look at this. Are you here? Ready? The heat nasfa. You understand? That's how you make it. Nice, huh? Cool. Okay. So there are many things in the get, and the last shita of the get, the last line of the get, is kedat Moshe v'Yisrael. We stretch it out, make it big, huge. Like I'll write it for you so you will see. Certain letters you cannot stretch, so therefore you have to be very careful. Kedat. Dalit you could stretch, Taf you could stretch.
Rabbi?
Yes, I'm here.
What if a couple never had a valid marriage in the first place, and they come to divorce?
We still give a divorce according to Rav Henkin.
Oh, okay.
If they came already, Baruch Hashem, they came. From Safek we give Moshe v'Yisrael. If somebody didn't write the last line, what halacha? Oops. You see, I made a mistake. So what do I do again? I make a big shin. Right?
So you're allowed to go down like that?
Yeah. It's a shin, no? Take more audio. Nice shin, no? You do resh also bigger because it's going to look like a yud in front of the shin. It's usually precise. Understand? Do lamed. That's it. Now, another thing I didn't tell you, and this will finish with Hashem. We're trying to get the letters go one into each other. For example, over here in the end, it's going to be piturin. I know the word because it's going to be get piturin here. So noon we go like, to merge together, not to do like this. So they should stand together to merge in one into each other. Why? So people should not be able to write something in a middle line to add on to get. And the ktivat chatimat edim right afterwards. Edim, they sign their names. Ploni almoni ed, ploni ben ploni ed, ploni ben ploni ed, and then get has to be dry before giving to the woman, because if get is not dry, let's go. You see now get is not dry. You see that get? It's sparkly. It's not dry. According to halacha, this get would be pasul to be given. Why? Because it's Rauli's day. Look at this now. If I do like this, you see what happened? So it could change the essence of the get. Since it could change the essence of the get, halacha is we wait till it's dry, we check it till it's dry, Then we check again, 2 edim and sofer and dayanim. They check entire get to see before signing, after signing. They check it, they fold it. Why do they fold it? In order the whole get should be standing in her hands, like folded in like this square. And the husband stands in front of the woman, and she stands like this, not moving. And he says, Shimu alay etem edim. You be my witness of the attempt you edei misirat get. You be, before that they were edim of ktivat get. He could choose other edim, by the way. Now they standing, she's standing like this, waiting to extend, and says, attempt you edei misirah. You ploni almoni, be a witnesses of giving of a get. So he stands, he says like this, Hare ze gitech. This is your divorce, and doesn't give it to her. He says to her, V'itkabli gitech ze, and accept this your divorce. Ubo, and with this divorce, Tiyeh megureshet mimeni, me'achshav, be divorced from me, from this very moment. Umuteret lechol adam, and you permit it to all, you permit it to anyone. You cannot say you permit it to remarry. Why? You know why? Because Meshayer beget. Only through marriage? Maybe she's not really, she doesn't want to get married. She wants to do znut, I don't know. So you stop her from making znut, it's already shiur beget. What's a shiur beget? Shiur beget, it means you stopping. Sefer kritut means you have to cut off completely. You cannot impose conditions on her. No conditions. No connection at all. I permit you to remarry with this get. But if she doesn't want to remarry anymore. Well, that's it, you don't permit? She's your wife because of that? Oh, so you have to be careful to say this word. The person has to be careful to say those words. Muteret lechol adam. Muteret, that's it, you permit it to anyone. And he gives her. Now, let's say she took it from him. Is it good or not good?
No, natan la.
Halacha is, it says, venatan, velo lakcha. She should not take a get. He should give her get. If she doesn't want to accept a get, what's halacha? Today halacha is different than in the Gemara. Gemara says, afilu bal korcha, venatan la, afilu bal korcha. Even without her knowledge, that's its get. As long as the edim, the witnesses know it's a get. He says, listen, I'm giving her this paper, this is a get, read it. They read it, okay, good. I'll tell her it's a check, otherwise she's not going to take a divorce. He says, this is a check for your monthly payment. She says, yeah, puts in a pocket, say, okay, aret mugoresh nekul muteret lechol adam gamaru, she's divorced. Why do I tell you this, Rabotai? We had such a cases in a bedin. Severe cases. We had such a case that there were women, they didn't want to accept a divorce, and we were supposed to find the chokhmah, and she was already living with somebody else. We'll find a way to make a woman to accept a divorce, not to make her eshet ish, you understand? So there's so many things that you have to know. With small get, today on one leg we were standing and learning about Gitin. Yiratzon that people should not see such a days, but if its case comes, so they have to do it proper way. Today you just had the overview how to do such a way. And by the way, this is mitzvah of Torah that people should not run after. We don't run after get, we run after shalom. יהיה מתלמידיו של אהרון הכהן, אוהב שלום ורודף שלום, אוהב את התורה, אוהב את הבריות ומרכבה לתורה, ברוך ה' לעולם, אמן ואמן. Thank you very much.